What is going on, guys? It's All Gaming with my review of Log Horizon Episode 8. And this episode, it was good, but I felt like it was very slow paced. But it was mainly because, it just consisted of that meeting for most of the episode. So it starts off with this one guy who's in charge of the shopping district 8. And so he has a meeting with Marie and Hironetta, and we see that Hironetta is, of course, being a fangirl, and she's just hogging Akatsuki. I don't know why she is so obsessed with her, but she is, and she will do anything Shiro says if you promise her to give Akatsuki to her. And to me, that right there is kind of messed up, but Shiro always has a plan. And it goes to show you that this guy is her mastermind. He is doing all this planning, all these different schemes just to save these two people. I mean, I get that, that these people are your friends, but Shiro is going to extreme for this. So now, during this meeting, not only if it with the leader of the shopping street 8, whatever it's called, but Roderick, Roderick of the Roderick Merchant Guild, and I'm not sure how to say his name, but I know that he's the guild leader of the Marine Agency. Now, I really don't want to go into depth about their meeting. I mean, yeah, it was very important, but at the same time, I kind of felt like they dragged on for most of it. That's why I kind of felt that the pacing, they was rather slow. But I mean, yeah, they all got what they wanted. But what I found very interesting is the name that Shiro has earned for himself. People call him the villain in glasses, which to me is hilarious. But it's also kind of messed up because I don't understand why people see him like a bad guy. But at the same time, it was pretty funny how every time somebody would say that term, we go to him and see him sneeze. And I also really like how we kind of had astral projections of everybody's inner thoughts. That right there was also another cool concept that they did. And now another thing that I want to point out is that Minori and Toya, their past, it was pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie, because not only did we have Minori kind of crying at first, but thank God she had Toya with her, because it would have been so much worse. But what was really messed up is how when they first went out to explore this world, they got player killed. And I do believe that it was by those bandits that we saw Shiro, Akatsuki, and Natsuko take on as well, in the first episode, or was that the second one? But I do know that they definitely fought them. But I'm wondering, did Toya also get killed? Because we only saw Minori, spawn in the cathedral, and when she came out, Toya, was already there. But even though they were together, we have that scumbag of a guild leader, come to them and approach them, and of course, Minori was feeling so down that she would take help from anybody that will offer it. But sadly, she took help from the wrong person. And I do wish that Toya would have been and went to Shiro when he saw him, because that right there would have made this so much easier. But at the same time, we would have not saw how smart Shiro is like we do right now. But I do wonder, after going through all of this and inviting all these guilds, because after the meeting's over with, we see that Marie and Hironetta, they're exhausted, and Marie looks dirty for some reason. But I think that's because from that stack of paperwork that she had in front of her, maybe she was signing that stuff, and she got ink on her or something. I'm not really sure. And now, what makes the meeting more interesting is that they are willing to actually share their secrets about how to get some real good tasting food. And I think that won them over was how, I believe it was called rock eggs taste, and they were food items that you could only get if you're level 85 and above. And so now, rather than them thinking that they have some secret recipe, that right there kind of brought them in. But I'm surprised that nobody else figured out, if you just cook the food like you would do in real life, that it would taste like the real thing. I found that like really surprising. But I do wonder like how like whenever they actually do share their secret about how to get some real good tasting food, I do wonder like will people freak out, because I'm pretty sure once you all know it's going to die down and become the normal thing. But I do wonder at first, will some players try to keep it to the secret, because I'm pretty sure wherever Shiro is planning, and now that he invited all these guilds and the guild at the end, I do think that was D.D.D. But that guy with the glasses and that like sitting in some kind of throne, I believe that he's like part of some knights. I forgot the name of his guild, but I have a feeling that like him and Shiro might have some kind of past together. But at the same time, I doubt it, because it was like he didn't really know who Shiro was, but he was like interested in him. So I'm definitely curious about what's going to happen next, because Shiro even like told Minori that tomorrow is when he's going to save her. So I wonder how that's possible. Like maybe they're going to charge into that guild. I mean, guessing like if you have like a bunch of high level players or something, you can break into any guild you want. I'm not really sure that's how it works, but I am curious, because Shiro can't get in. He's not part of that guild, and yet he's bringing all these leaders in. And tomorrow is when he uses his real master plan, because all we've seen so far is him kind of like living up to his name, because he's just using all these guild and all these people just to save these two kids. Not that Shiro is a real villain, but he can definitely play kind of like that anti-hero role at time, which to me is not that bad, but he definitely had his shady moments. I mean, it's not like he'll ever become evil, but he is a shady character. There's no doubt about that if you look at it. But like I said, this episode, it was good. I just felt like, to me personally, the pacing was slow, and it because of that meeting just took most of the episode time. I felt like that they could have sped that up some and make it go by faster. But let me know what you guys think, because I would love to hear that. I'm also curious as to what you all think is going to happen next episode. Like, do you think Shiro plan will work? Will he save those kids? I mean, it's pretty obvious that he probably could, but it might not go as easy as he planned. I mean, even though he's a genius and brilliant tactician or strategist, he still might run into some problems. But as always, guys, don't get the video and subscribe, because that really helps me out. But as always, you guys take it easy, and I'll see you all next time.